You're welcome to day three of the content creation masterclass. And today we are going to talk about the heart of storytelling, how to tell stories that connect. We know that storytelling is one of the technique to talk to people and win over their hearts is one of the technique that you can use in order to get to people. And because people buy emotions, people listen when they can relate with you. So we're going to look at the steps on how you can go into the heart of storytelling for your scripts, for anything you're doing. Now let's look at why storytelling matters for your brand. The first one is its emotional connection. It brings about emotional connection, and because when a story is well told, it's it transits transactional relationship, and it creates an experience, it creates a feeling of being understood. So it connects with the emotions of people, and with this you can get to their hearts. With this you can know what they really want and what they really want you to talk about. And storytelling also builds trust and loyalty. So, brand storytelling is a powerful mechanism for building trust. It fosters loyalty and make your brand unforgettable. So, it brings the perspective of trust. It builds loyalty because you are bringing the theme for them in a relatable manner, and by this it helps them to relate more with you. Also, it brings about tangible impacts. When you use storytelling method, it brings about tangible impacts, and people that listen to you are most likely to be more loyal to you. They are more likely to be more loyal to you, and your brand become more valuable. Your story become more valuable because it is something people can easily relate with. You are not just satisfying them, you are turning them into loyal customers. You are turning them into loyal clients, people that listen to you, people that want you. Now, what is brand storytelling? Brand storytelling is more than just marketing. It's a strategy used to communicate the brand's core identity. So you communicate the identity, the value, the perspective with people without sounding irrational. So you use it in a way that people can relate with. It can have impact in the life of people. And in brand story, the customers are always the hero of the journey. So you are not just trying to talk about me, and me. No, you are trying to talk to them in a way that they can understand, and you are they become the hero there because you are trying to make them see how things can help them, how you can help them overcome one thing or the other. So your brand turn into a vital role of trusted guide, providing tools, wisdom, and support where necessary, so that it helps them to overcome challenges and it helps them to achieve their goals. So effective brand stories, they bring they make a product become real. They make it real with real life experience, and then they create powerful emotion that connects and translate a simple transaction, making your brand a part of your customer's personal perspective. So with this, it makes the customer a part of your brand's, your personal narrative, and it creates emotion. It makes them understand you, see you the way you want them to see you. Yesterday, we talked about the pillars of content, and today we want to talk about the four pillars of brand storytelling. There are four main parts that combines together to make a brand storytelling, and the first one is people, the second one place, then the next one plots, and last one is purpose. So when your customers is an undeniable hero of your brand story. I've said it earlier. So when you are telling your story, you are not just talking about you. You are making them feel hard. Their journey is a narrative starting point. So you combine it their story or story together. So it makes it connect with them. It makes it something that they can relate with. You are not just talking about your own story. You are talking about something that can help them, something that can they can relate with. And the next one is places, and this is about the setting, maybe air now, the challenges, the air, the now, where they face the obstacles and the aspiration future. That's where it can help them, where that's your brand helps them reach. So about the place where it happens, what happens, and also the plot. The plot is the narrative arc. So it is about the brands, what the solution you provide, the solution you provide to the problem, the solution that you can help them solve with the story. It is a way, it is a sequence of events that unfolds. So this plot, it makes it, you're coming from the problem, their perspective, to where it happens, what exactly happens, to the plot, how you can help them, and the purpose. The purpose is the why behind your brand. It is the mission, the values, and the purpose, the purpose, what drives your existence, and the impact you are aiming to make in the life of your clients, in their out of your customers or your prospective customers. So those are the four pillars of storytelling, and your purpose is the art that pumps life into your story. So why, your why should be strong. The why behind your brand, behind your story, it should be it is very important that you take it to heart. Now, how can you craft a clear and engaging brand story? So, when you craft a brand story, it gives you a vivid picture that captures the attention and foster connection. Now, the identity. Now, the first one is identify the core conflict. That means you identify the core problem. What is the problem? What's the struggle? What is the reason for this? So you identify the core conflicts, the pain points of your customers. So and you pin it out, you write, you note it out. Number two, show, don't just tell. So many people they focus on, okay, yeah, this is that. But then show, create and describe emotion, and present solutions that evoke strong feelings and create emotional resonance with your audience. Let them experience the story, not just hear it. Don't just give a story that they just hear. Okay, this is what happened to this person, this is what happened to this brand. But no, let it be something that they can relate with, something that talks to them directly, something that they can see themselves in the picture. Also maintain consistency. That's why we have to go through the process of going through our niche and understanding our niche. You have to maintain consistency. Make your brand voice consistent. So whether it's your website, your social media, your story should be recognizable. People should be able to know, okay, this is the story of this person. It should have a brand identity at every touch point. That means you should be able to people should be able to identify that, okay, this is this person talking, this is this person communicating with us, and have a good structure. Also, you have to have a good structure, have a clear structure, a beginning, the introduction, the conflict. Don't just say it like that. Look at it, go through it. Is this something that people can relate with? Is it people that can catch the attention of people? Let it have a strong and a clear structure. The beginning that introduce the conflict, a middle that talks about the challenges, and the end that presents the solution to the people. So when this is in place, it brings about clarity and satisfaction. Now let's look at the emotional connection. So when you have you engage in storytelling, it has emotional connection because it triggers memory and action. So people can see themselves with it. It triggers memory. It brings about something that people can remember it makes your brand something that people can easily remember. And also, the second one is authenticity builds trust. When you are genuine, you don't have to fake it. You don't have to cover it up. When you are genuine, it builds trust, it evokes connection, it brings authenticity, and people want to relate with someone that is true to them, not someone that is trying to look like a boss, someone that is trying to look like um the one in charge. No, they want someone authentic. They want someone they can relate with. That's why brands are now going to people not as a brand but as a person now, because they want people to really trust them and relate with them. Also, engage through relatability. Don't be shy away for humor and relatable everyday moments. So you have to bring out something that people can relate with, people can engage with. You notice that when you go through the process of storytelling to engage with your audience, it engage faster than telling them do this, do that. People don't want to feel like they are being controlled. So when you use the storytelling part, it makes people feel like okay, they are in charge, they are understanding what you're saying. So remember, the goal isn't just to entertain, but to forge a bond, an emotion that resonates. Story connect your brand to the human experience. The goal is not just to forge a band, is to create a story that people will forever remember you for. So let's look at example of powerful brand storytelling. So let's look at Nick. Nick really sells shoes. So let's look at how they craft their stories. So when we look at all these brand Nick, they did not sell shoes. When you look at their shoes, they sell. You have the feeling of championship because they've looked at it and they inspire everyone to just do it. So they inspire everyone that they can be a champion, they can be this. So when you see them, they are not just selling shoes, they are selling a story, an emotion, and that is what makes their story unforgettable. While B. Parker, they too they come from the frustration of expensive eyewear, and then they start the program of buy a pair give a pair, and that story till now is what the customers are going through, and then they have the desire of consumption and value. They see them as someone valuable, that they dish out value. And also Dove real, they use real customer stories and experience to challenge perceptions and evoke powerful emotion. So when they are doing their campaign, the real beauty campaign, they move away for conventional beauty to standards, to celebrate diversity and self-acceptance. So through this, people will be able to relate with them, they empower women and foster a sense of community. And when these are in place, people will easily remember them for what they do, and with this they become unforgettable. Now let's look at how to write your story. How do you write your 1 minute brand story? So you are going to write your 1 minute brand story, and let's look at the process. Number one, you start with the hero, that is your customers. What are their desires? What steps seated problems? What are their problems? What are their frustrations? So when you understand them, it is very important in creating a story. So when you understand them, you know what they are going through, and the kind of story that you can tell that can catch their attention. So you go through your conflict. So this is the conflict, the what is preventing them from achieving their desires, and this is where the story begins. You begin to talk about their difficulties and what is standing in their gap, and then you introduce your brand. How can this help them? What unique solution, expertise, or product do you offer that can serve as a tool to eliminate their struggles? So, and also you show the transformation. What positive change can it bring? What positive change can it bring? So what impact will your product have on them? And then what are the future, what end with a vision. So end with a vision. What is it that you are inviting them to become a part of? That is having a clear CTA. That is the call to action. What is it that you want them to do? So let's look at this example. Let's use this template. A brand adds so. We know so like many other. So you can use this kind of template to draft out your own. You can use this template to draft out your own. So, and with that you'll be able to draft out your 1 minute um 1 minute brand story. You tell us at may what is your brand name, what is your customer struggles, what is it that you know that your customers are struggle with. Okay, like many other people, just make it emotional, felt, make it emotional, make it something that they can relate with. And that is why we created solution, your solution to help your customer achieve their goal with brand. So customers can now do this. So join us or do this today to achieve your goal. So take your time to write out your own story, focusing on clarity and impact. And with this, it will help you to easily understand your your perspective. It will easily help people to relate with what you are talking about and have a grasp of what you are really talking about. Don't forget, storytelling is the core message, is the way of connecting with people, is the way of getting to the heart of people. So that will be all for today. Don't forget to submit your assignments. And tomorrow we're going to talk about script writing, how to write your scripts, and then we go into the main practicals. We go into the main practicals. All these are very necessary for you in order to have the basics of content creation. Without the basics, you can't just jump into content creation like that. No, but when all these are in place, it gives you a clear understanding of what you're doing and how you can go about it. So, all right, thank you so much for today. Have a nice day and see you in day 3. Bye.